Anyway, you're in Chicago
Yeah.
and UFC is there.
Right. That's
Now
right. Yeah.
the whole thing with our Fulk It podcast is we're always like grunge. We've got that grunge feeling. Um, we can talk about anything. All right. So the UFC in a lot of ways is like the king of bullshit information. They're like the king sport. If you wanted to pick a sport where if you hung out with their fans for a long time, you'd like have crazy ideas. It's UFC. And I
Dude,
don't know it's all MMA, but for sure it's like in jujitsu gyms and all over the world. There's like craziness. So I've been a little less excited about these events, but this one is different. And I'm curious, what are you thinking about this one? Like you're there. Like, is any
yes.
buzz?
I agree with you. Like you and I, we watch UFC on TV for years, and we're like, oh my God, like we look up to like GSP, we look up to people who's kind of like they carry themselves like a professional athlete, right?
Yeah.
Like even DC, like you think about DC and John Jones, but it's like they carry themselves in a professional setting. When they do face off, it's all in suits,
Yeah.
and you but you go to a show and oh my God, I didn't see like I didn't realize I was surrounded and I'm part of this community. Like I went in there, I was like, I don't identify myself with this community, but
Yeah.
everyone around me, it's like that. I felt like I I went into, like Jean-Claude Van Damme when he did the Lionheart and everyone's there like kick his ass, kick his ass. I was like I was in
The
that crowd,
Kumite.
like
You were in the Kumite and people were like wanting to see blood.
yeah, like people around me. I mean, in a way, now I should feel I should expect it because we watch all those martial art movies and the crowd is always fucking just
Yeah.
like rabid dogs.
Yeah. And I don't think it translates because from like for some people, if you know it's all kind of a show, right? Like underneath the hood, GSP is a martial artist and they're training real hard and it's not really blood sport. And at the same time, it's not like, oh, it doesn't have to be super macho, like to get in, they like punch you in the face or something. And those events reek of testosterone. It's like,
Right.
people just want to kill you, like, and they're in a crowd. Like, I'm just here to watch the game, man, or
Yeah.
the match. And they're like ready to throw down. Like people come in their posses and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like don't take that so seriously, man. This is a sport, right? We're here to be entertained and have a good time and see a good competition. And yeah, I can't imagine being a woman going. That's the other thing is you don't see a lot of women in the crowds or behind the scenes.
Yeah. It's like they have to go because their husband is going or their boyfriend's going. It's like
Got a babysitter for the night, so this is the night.
oh, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, so here's the one that I just look at the cart and I don't know if the order is right or what, but the thing I want to talk about first is who the heck is the closer for the prelims? I don't know any of those people. And I see like there's Chase Hooper and then SM Barboza. Those are those are the closers, right?
Well, I saw Barboza. He's on
Of
isn't he
of
early
prelims,
prelims?
right?
Yeah.
I think the
Barboza.
last fight is SM Barboza. Like who?
Is he in the early prelims or is he in the prelims?
So the prelim is basing like some Russian guy versus an American dude. I've never even heard of him.
What are their names?
I don't want Eric Nolan is the white guy.
Oh yeah, he's strong.
But is he like he should be like I don't know why like the Chase Hooper and Alex Hernandez, those fights are earlier than
Hooper's
them.
on the way up, so I like watching him. One of the things that's kind of like hurt the UFC, there's two things I think. One is Dana White is so closely tied into politics now, and they're talking about this UFC White House show that adds to the feeling of, we're in the back pocket of Russia if we're watching UFC. And then there's a lot of Russian fighters, so they're not, it's harder to keep track of them. Like for us being in America, it's easier to keep track of American fighters. And I can keep track of Brazilian fighters too, but we've got every event, there's like half a dozen Russian fighters, and I'm like, there's one guy I like. It's the Pirate. I love I love watching his fights, but he just went and got his nose broke pretty bad. Um,
Yeah, I agree with you because when I watch fights, I want some backstory. I want to know, oh, you're from Ohio. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
know
yeah.
what that's about, like,
Like Stipe.
oh,
Stipe is in Cleveland. He's a firefighter.
yeah. Like there's something to relate to, like and every Russian dudes they have, it's always like
Yeah, we trained in the
really
mountains in Dagestan for like
Oh
12
yeah.
months a year. Like we have no friends, married
There's
with
no
12 kids.
personality,
Yeah, I don't.
So like I can't follow. Even that's why I was like never that much into whoever that was after Khabib, like it's like no person that like, there's nothing I can pick up and be like,
Yeah.
it could
And
be.
there's the other thing is weird is like those guys, they're good and I'd probably root for them. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, are they owned by Putin? Because the whole thing with Russia is sports washing, like Saudi Arabia. Like, I mean, America does it in similar, it's not unusual that you would do this, but Russia takes it a step further, right? Like
Yeah.
they pride themselves on manliness and projecting on power, and they want to be the best fighters in the world. So, like, there's pressure on you if you're a Russian fighter to show up. You could end up like Khabib at Putin's palace getting congratulated for being the world champ because that projects Russian power.
Yeah.
And
I
like
mean,
John
I don't
Jones
see.
isn't projecting American power. Like he's
Yeah.
on the world stage showing that America is the strongest, but the Russian fighters are.
Oh, yeah. I think that's okay because that's how Russians are, Like even Rocky, is it Rocky 4? Yeah, it was Rocky 4
Yeah, against
with it.
Drago.
Yeah, right. Like Stallone wasn't representing America. Stallone was representing his best friend. To be like, I'm gonna beat your ass because you killed my best friend. That's what Americans about. And every Russian athlete, it's always about the country. So I don't see anything wrong with that because I feel like if you're born there and you you have to fight professionally or you have to compete professionally, you have to have, you know, the government's support.
Yeah, they're just. I mean, I get it. So like, I think I could root for some more Russian fighters if that wasn't also tied to like personal belief systems. Like if, the Russian projection of power was like, hey man, but I'm okay with gay marriage because big deal. Who cares? Like people are just born gay, no big deal. Versus no, I must be a hardliner and say there's no gay marriage. There's no like, the state rules everybody. I am like falling in line, strict Christian conservative, hardcore, hard right, strength over power. I must defeat all enemies and project manliness. I mean, that is different than, hey man, I want to do well for my country. And that's where it gets blurry because Putin himself is this KGB guy that kills people internationally with poison and, sends his militias out to do his dirty work, which is hard if you're a fighter because uh Chimaev, the main event card, he was tied closely to the guy from Chechnya, the warlord in Chechnya, who's also very much with Putin. And like
Yeah.
he's showing up, wrestling with the guy's kids and stuff. I don't want to say his name because he doesn't need the publicity. The three people that watch our podcast, look this guy up. I don't want to give him any publicity. Um, but he's been training in Abu Dhabi. He couldn't fight. Under Biden administration, he couldn't come to the U.S. because he was on this terror watch list because he's with this Chechen warlord. And now he can because, we've got a new president who's letting him in. Our new president is friendly to Russia in some ways, in a lot of ways. And so now he's here. He's in Chicago to fight for the championship. But, what pressures does he face? Like, are they threatening his family? And if he loses, like, as a family at home, like, hey, my life is going to be horrible if, I do something wrong. He doesn't have a lot of choices. That's not to say if he did have choices, he would, be cool or not, but it's weird. It's just weird rooting for the Russians right now.
Are we rooting for him? I
I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm rooting for him because he's South African, but he's like a white guy South African who's heavily muscled, suspiciously heavily muscled with insane cardio, which is an odd combination. And he beat Izzy, who I loved. And I want to talk to that Izzy fight for a minute because I'll come back to that. But DDP has the weirdest style I've ever seen in my life. I just call it the bum rush. Like the guy just like decides, hey, I'm gonna bum rush you, winging punches, and till I win, and that's it. That's his whole game plan. He must go in the gym every day and be like bum rush, 10 sets. Here we go, bum rush, 10 sets. Hey, what am I gonna do today? I need 10 sets of run at the other guy as fast as I can, swinging bum rush. Like nobody does this. Like there's no there, but it works, and it's infuriating. I don't. It drives me. I don't like it. Have you seen his fights? Have you seen him do this bum rush?
yeah, yeah, and I see his earlier fights, and yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. It's just he almost looks like a bodybuilder trying to fight. Like back in the days when UFC won, when there's like no martial arts,
Sean Shirk. Yeah, yeah. Or
and then he's a bodybuilder. It's just like and
yeah.
yeah,
It really it's weird how he goes. I'll
yeah,
edit
he
any
swings
background
like
noise.
this,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Right. He's like, oh, he's like Shrek in there. And Izzy, man, is like Anderson Silva in terms of like he's poetry in motion, like on his feet, man. Izzy moves, he slips, he throws angle punches. And there was one, I did a video on my Instagram the other day where I was practicing like the Kung Fu vertical punch. Somebody made a smart comment about it. Everybody makes smart comments on the internet. But I was doing it because I saw Izzy connect with one against DDP in one of his fights, one of his rounds. I forget which round it was. Might have been third, fourth.
Mhm.
But basically, I thought Izzy won the first round and he looked great. Like he was scoring, he was moving, he was circling out a lot. So the worst thing to do, in my opinion, on the bum rush, because a lot of people will do this charge they call, whatever. They're just going to charge straight ahead at you. If you walk straight back, if somebody's charging you and you walk straight back, you end up on the end of their punch where the power is. So it's just instinct though to walk back. And Izzy was circling, like he would pivot, he would slip and throw and not move back, like stand his ground. And so that's a great strategy. Stepping forward is another great strategy because if you throw this long punch at me, I step in, I take away the power. So Izzy was winning, but every round it got a little bit worse. Like I could see he's slowing down. He got hit a couple of times in one of the rounds, and he's hanging on. By I'm like, oh man, he's got to do 5 perfect rounds. Izzy in shape probably could have done it, but Izzy a little bit older, having gone through these wars, it's tough. And DDP wore him down and just took the fight like he broke him. So that's what I wonder if DDP can do to Kamshot. Can he break him? And both of these guys are monsters. They're monsters strong, they're monsters cardio. I don't know. That's what makes this event interesting to me. Like, throw away all of the other garbage with Dana and Trump and Russians and far right extremists and Nazis. Throw it all away. Because now we've got two guys with crazy good strength and cardio conditioning, completely different styles. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's like this is almost like a strongman competition, not really like a UFC. Like, okay, who's the strongest? Are you stronger than me or am I stronger than you? And that's it. It's just okay. But it's not like okay, who has like like can you beat my signature move? Like kind of like when Connor is like, okay, Connor has that left hook. Are you
Yeah.
gonna get that left hook? Or,
Yeah. Or
are
you're
you
going to,
gonna get one of the kicks from Easy? Like
mm-hmm.
things that you want to see, but this is just like, okay, who
And
they're just like two walruses just gonna come at each other and just try
yeah,
to slap each other and then see who falls down first.
I bet they don't even know what they're going to do because like DDP can wrestle. I don't know if he can wrestle as good as Chimaev, but he can wrestle. And he weathered that whole storm for with Izzy in that battle and just he just weathered it. And he can take a punch. He can, but Kamshot is good on his feet. Like he can stand and bang too. So they could either go for the quick takedown like he always does. Chimaev always goes for that 30-second takedown and then try to submit you. But you said DDP is a gorilla. So can he submit a gorilla? I don't know. And I'm sitting here just I want to see it.
Like,
Like
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of don't want that guy to win because I feel I just like I don't like the UAE guy.
Tom
And
shot,
yeah, like it's
Chimaev.
yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
don't.
like I don't like the way he looks at life. I don't he looked like a strong guy, but I felt like he had a lot of childhood trauma
Yeah, he
that
definitely.
he has to overcompensate with his huge beard and like work going to the gym and try to beat people up, like I felt like he had a really bad childhood.
Yeah, he
So
definitely has something. Did you hear the stories about how he used to just basically live in the gym and train 3 times a day? Every day he just slept in
yeah,
the gym.
yeah, I'm sure, like yeah, it's really weird. Like for him, he probably had a similar childhood as the Francis Ngannou, like came out of nothing, have to go to a new country but then Francis Ngannou, I like his I like him, where this guy I felt like
Yeah.
he's
He's a little softer now. Like check his interviews. I don't know if I just up on my screen in front of me, I got I'm watching you know, the uh behind the scenes shows.
Mhm.
He seems a little bit softer. Apparently he had a kid and like having a kid changes you. But still I know what you mean. He's not likable in the same way. Like I
Mhm.
feel like if there was a war that breaks out across the world, I'm not going to be on that guy's side. We're going to be fighting against him. You know, like he's going to line up with authoritarianism and dictatorships, and he's crazy, so he's going to be really hard to beat. So we're going to have to like use like weapons of mass destruction against him or something. DDP is, you know, DDP. He seems like he's just like hanging out, on the
Yeah,
weekends having a
like
party,
you can
barbecue.
like
We can go play poker at his house or
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, like you get invited to like a party, like a dinner party, and then you can see him sitting across from you. But oh hey, how are
Yeah.
you?
You probably have something interesting to say. Meanwhile,
Right.
Chimaev is like, hey, do you want to wrestle? In Russia, we wrestle. Well, let's go right now. I'll roll with you. Ah, and flip the table or something.
Yeah. But you don't want to say anything that might
No, no,
like
no.
trigger anything.
No way.
You're at dinner party with him. You better just eat your dinner and not. Yes, exactly.
Just
Don't talk
nod.
about anything. You don't want to start nothing with him.
Nope, not a thing. That guy's a hair trigger and a missile. He could take
Yeah,
you
like with DDP, but oh, did you catch the Tour de France?
out.
Like, you can talk to him about,
Yeah,
oh, like, oh, you watch F1? Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
You know.
exactly. So it's tough, but it's it's interesting, and it's one of the first interesting matchups for me in
Oh,
a
but
long
this
time.
Jared Cannonier, Michael Page. That's an
Cannoneer's
interesting
strong.
one. I
Yeah,
like this one.
yeah.
That's a good one.
Do you see the odds? Do they have the odds up yet?
Uh, they've not on the UFC page, but um, I think if you look for them, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like Michael Page is kind of like what you said about Izzy, like
He is.
those type of style. Like when you get old, you just
It's you lose a step and you don't
yeah,
realize it. And I think MVP, like they rely on timing, just like Wonder Boy. You know, they both have that karate style, moving in and
yeah.
out. They're long and they can strike from a distance, but it's just
It
tough.
doesn't last long.
Yeah, it's
That's the
just
fact.
tough. The power goes last. It's that Rocky thing again. DDP is going to have a better chance to make a long run just because you don't rely on timing, speed. That's one of the weird things in my workouts. I told you I was doing sprints, right?
Mm.
I'm trying to get speed back because I have this theory that everybody talks about, you want muscle, like the key to living longer and well, and when you get older is muscle. Okay, yeah, okay. But you don't need to be a giant Hulk. So once you have some muscle, speed is what goes, I think, the most. Like I've noticed, I feel like I'm going fast, but I record these videos and put them on Instagram and I look at them and I'm like, it feels like I'm moving, right? It feels like I'm like, "Cha, cha, 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 cha." Yeah. And then I see the video and it's like, choo, choo, choo. So my
Yeah,
brain is telling me I'm fast. So that's why I started doing these sprints.
yeah.
Speed. Yeah.
You gotta put when you put the videos up, you gotta up that speed to 1.25 because that's what everyone else does. So
What's,
you like it's skew with your mind that oh wait, other people are faster, but they just speed up the videos.
yeah, well, somebody told me that. Like this other guy on Instagram who was in his training in his 40s. He told me that. He's like, "Hey, everybody else is speeding them up." I'm like, "What?
Yeah.
You can do that?" I didn't even know you could speed them up. What are you telling me? Because all this time I'm like, I'm so slow. Like, look, did you see that guy? I'm like, I know I'm 53 now, but I can't be that slow. I feel so
Yeah.
like
Because
the
when I was
last
doing
3 months, I'm like, I gotta get fast. I go run sprints twice a week. I can barely walk up the steps the next day.
yeah,
And they're telling me they're speeding up the video.
because I was recording myself doing um fuck, what's it called? Uh Burpees.
Burpees, yeah.
Yeah, and I watched it. I'm like, damn, that's slow as fuck. I look like an old dude. And then I put that on 1.25, and I was like, oh shit, like now I'm moving, you know?
Oh
So
man.
I think it's yeah, you just gotta speed it up because I think that's what people do.
All right. I haven't tried it. I'm going to. I hit the last thing because I think you're in Chicago. You should take your little guy out and see if there's some events. I know you got some other plans, but just just in case there's some like free stuff going on today. Go check it out. This is a good card. Like I'm
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna